Okay, good morning, everyone. Today, I am going to explain you again about account equation. The previous lesson we discussed everything related to account equation, but we have a balance part. Then I will discuss that one and finish the chapter. Okay, then student, you know how to adjust any business transactions in this account equation. If we take this account equation, it shows the relationship between assets, liabilities, and equity. In this account equation, we can have only three main changes. Number one, there can be increase in both sides. That means asset increase, liability increase. Or number two, there can be decrease in both sides. That means asset side decrease equally, liability side decrease. And number three, there can be decrease and increase in both sides. Sorry, in the same side. Number three main change is there can be decrease and increase both in one side. It can happen either asset side or liability side. Right. Therefore, if you understand these three main changes, you can easily adjust any business transaction in this account equation. Right. Now, sometimes at the examination, examiner will give you a structure like this. That means they have already recorded the transaction in this account equation. Then at the examination, you will be asked to explain the transaction occurred during a certain period of time. Then you should know how to describe the transaction. Depending on the experience you got regarding account equation, you are in a position to describe each transaction. Right. We can take example to understand that type of question. Here, impacts of transactions on the account equation as follows. Then they have given you this structure. Then finally, it is also important to identify the transaction which have been presented in the account equation. Then you should be able to explain the transaction. You should be able to explain the transaction. If we take this example, the following account equation of Aloka's business shows the impacts of transactions occurred in January. That means you are given some transactions occurred in Aloka's business in the month of January. Then they have already adjusted all the transactions occurred in January in this structure. That is account equation, assets equal equity plus liabilities. Then the owner has not made drawings in the month. Likewise, there can be special notes given in the question. Transactions assumed to be taken place in each day can be presented as follows. Here they have given you the answer, but now I am going to explain the theory part related to this by using your answer available in your textbook. Here, they have already adjusted all the transactions occurred in the month of January. What we are doing is you have to explain the transaction. Earlier, we were given business transactions. We had to adjust given transactions in this account equation. Here, the opposite way. Examiner has adjusted everything in the account equation. what we are doing is you have to explain, you have to describe the transactions occurred in the month of January, right? Then you have to first understand the basic account equation, assets equal liquid plus liabilities. Under that, they have analyzed examples, what is coming under assets: land and buildings, stock, debtors, cash, equity. Bank loan and creditors are coming under liability. Then they have given you opening balances. Land and buildings under 1 million, stock 300,000, debtors 200,000, cash 300,000, equity or capital 1.2 million, that is 12 lakhs, bank loan 500,000, creditors 100,000. Likewise, you are given all the opening balances related to assets and liabilities. Then you have to explain that each transaction occurred in the month of January. In addition to this structure, you are given additional information also. The owner has not made drawings in the month of January. Therefore, you can't consider any of these given values as drawings. That means owner has not taken either goods or money from the business for their personal use. Drawings means if the owner has taken goods or money for the owner's personal use, then it is called drawings. Therefore, as examiner has mentioned, the owner has not made drawings in the month of January. You can't mention any of these transactions as drawings. Likewise, at the examination, you will be given special notes. Then, by considering those notes, also you have to take the, or you have to describe each transaction occurred during the given period. Right. Number one, you don't need to explain opening balances. You have to explain the transaction occurred from 3rd January to 25th January. If you take number one, first transaction has occurred 3rd January. Under stock, they have mentioned 200,000 plus cash, under cash 100,000 minus under creditors plus 100,000. You know, if you have made a payment, then there can be decrease in cash. That's what they have put minus 100,000. If you have purchased goods on credit from your suppliers or creditors, then there can be increase in creditors. That's why they have put plus 100,000. And also, if there is an increase in stocks, then they can put plus value under stock. Here, when you consider the given values, you can easily understand they have got increased by 200,000 in stock, decrease in cash by 100,000, increase creditors by another 100,000. Then we can consider the business has purchased 200,000 worth of goods and paid in cash 100,000 rupees, and the balance 100,000 they have agreed to pay later. That's why they have put 100,000 to creditors. Or you can say they have purchased goods in cash 100,000 and on credit 100,000. Right. When it comes to transaction number 2, it had occurred 7th January. Then they have recorded minus 20,000 under cash, another minus 20,000 in equity. Then this cannot be drawings taken in cash by the owners for his personal use, because at the end they had mentioned no drawings occurred during the period of January. Therefore, it cannot be drawings. Then, you know, the reasons for you to have decrease in equity, there should be expense, or drawings, then as we cannot take it as drawings, we can take it as expense. When the owner meet any expenses related to business, then they are decreasing equity. That's why they have put 20,000 minus, and they have paid it in cash. Therefore, you can take the transaction occurred 7th January. Expenses made by the business worth of 20,000 rupees. Worth of 20,000 rupees. Then the transaction number 3, which has occurred 10th January, they have recorded minus 6,000 under cash, minus 10,000 under equity, and minus 50,000 under bank loan. You know, as they have put minus 60,000 under cash, anyway, they have paid money. Money had gone out. Then, even in bank loan, they have put minus 50,000. Therefore, it should be a settlement of bank loan. You know, when you settle a bank loan, you have to pay installment wise. In the installment, we have got 2 parts. A capital portion that is deducted from the original loan, and interest portion, that means the rewards for the loan, it should be received by the bank. Therefore, when the business pays the installment, bank installment, then there can be interest portion and capital portion from the original loan. But they have to pay the full installment. The amount paid is 60,000. That's why they have put 60,000 minus under cash. But they have deducted only 50,000 from bank loan. When the business pays interest on bank loan, the interest doesn't affect to reduce the bank loan. Only the capital portion will affect to reduce the bank loan. That's why 50,000 minus. This is the amount paid for interest. Therefore, interest is expense for the business, then it will affect to reduce capital, equity or capital. Then we can say the business has paid bank loan installment 60,000 rupees. It is included 10,000 interest paid on bank loan. That is how we can describe the transaction occurred 10th January. Next one, 14th January, transaction occurred minus 200,000 on the stock, plus 300,000 on debtors, and plus 100,000 on equity. You know, if there is an increase in debtors, that means the business has sold goods from credit worth of 300,000. If we have put minus 200,000 on the stock, that means they have sold stock or inventory. That is the cost of. We normally have cost of inventory sold. If there is any profit, it goes to equity or capital. That's why they have put plus 100,000 on equity. We can explain the transaction. The business has sold 200,000 worth of goods for 300,000 on credit basis. Next transaction had occurred 18th January. They have put plus 300,000 under cash, another plus 300,000 under equity. Therefore, it can be income received by business or additional capital. We can mention either additional capital or income received, because they haven't mentioned anything specifically. There is no any additional capital introduced by the owner like that. Therefore, we can consider it as either income received by the business or additional capital introduced by the owner. Then we can mention the business has received sales income of 300,000 rupees. The next transaction occurred 21st January. They have recorded minus 100,000 under cash, minus 100,000 again under creditors. That means really they have paid money to settle their liabilities to creditors. When they pay, money goes out, therefore minus 100,000 under cash. Therefore, when you settle any due amount to the creditors, they have decreased in creditors. That's why they have put minus. Therefore, you can mention the business has paid 100,000 rupees to creditors. Last transaction occurred 25th January. They have recorded 400,000 under debtors minus and cash plus 100,000, 400,000. That means they have got money from debtors. You can say the business received 400,000 rupees from debtors. That's why they have put plus 100,000 under cash and minus 100,000 under debtors. When the debtors pays the business, debtors value will come down. The cash, as the business receives money, cash will increase. Likewise, at the examination, sometimes you will be given structures like that. Then you have to explain each transaction carefully. Right. Then we can understand next topic, situations that change the equity. At the beginning, I explained that there can be changes in equity because of drawings, because of income, because of expenses, and because of introduction of additional capital. Likewise, here they have given you in the by studying the above facts, you may have understood the transactions that affect to increase or decrease owner's equity. Owner's equity means capital. The following transactions affect to change the equity of the business. Number one, introduction of additional capital, drawings, income, and expenses. The owner has to invest cash or other assets according to the needs of the business. It increases the owner's equity. That means just after you start a new business, later on you will have to introduce additional capital, either from cash or either by another asset. That is called additional capital. Then what is drawings? If the owner has taken goods or cash from the business for their personal matters, then it is called drawings. Because of drawings, there will be decrease in capital. Because of introduction of capital, there will be increase in capital. Because of drawings, there will be decrease in capital. Income. You know, how did you define income? Income is any increase in capital except increase in capital because of additional capital introduced by owner. Therefore, if there is an income, it goes to equity. The next item, expenses. You know, the way you define expenses, any decrease in equity except decrease in equity because of drawings. Therefore, if there is an expenses made by a business, there will decrease in equity. The owner has to invest cash or other assets according to the needs of the business. It increases the owner's equity. The owner may withdraw money or other assets from the business for his personal use. This is called drawings. It decreases the owner's equity. Equity is increased by income and decreased by expenses. Equity is increased by income and decreased by expenses. If you consider again these four items, because of introduction of additional capital and income, there will be increase in equity. Because of drawings and expenses, there will be decrease in equity. Then you can easily find the closing capital. Right. Example, following are some details of Binuri enterprise for the year 2020. You are given opening capital 358,500, expenses for the year 128,300, income for the year 254,620 rupees. Cash invested by the owner on 30th June means additional capital increased 75,000. The owner's equity can be calculated as follows as at 31st December 2020. Here you are given opening capital, that is as at 1st January 2020. Then now we are going to find the closing capital, that is as at 31st December 2020. Then first you have to take opening capital given in the question, that is 358,500. Then you can add income for the year 254,620, and also there will be plus or positive effect from additional capital. Therefore, cash invested by the owner on 30th June means additional capital we can add. Then we take the total. From that, we can deduct expenses for the year 128,300. Then here we are not given drawings. If we are given drawings as expenses, we can deduct drawings also. Because of expenses, they are decreased in capital. That's why we have deducted drawing expenses. That is 120,300. Then owner's equity as at 31st December 2020, 559,820. Here, the same thing you have to understand. We first take opening capital, then you can add items which have positive plus effect to the capital. They are income and additional capital. They deduct which have negative effect or minus effect, expenses and drawings. Here, as you are given only expenses, you have deducted it separate. If you are given drawings, then you have to deduct drawings also from opening capital plus income plus additional capital. Right. Now, we can discuss activities given in your textbook. Here, they have given you the following account equation of Jayant's business shows the impacts of transactions occurred in April 2020. They have given you assets equal equity plus liabilities. Then they have already adjusted all the transactions occurred during the month of April. Finally, they have given you note. Owners has not taken any cash drawings during the month. Right. Therefore, out of these given transactions, there cannot be any transaction related to drawings got in cash, but there can be drawings got in goods. Owner has not taken any cash drawings. It doesn't mean that owner has not taken any goods drawings during the period. required, describe each transactions with the related amount. When you describe these transactions, you cannot take any transactions as drawings taken in money or in cash, but there can be drawings taken in goods because they have mentioned only owner has not taken any cash drawing, right? Here they have given you opening balances. You can just keep them as it is, as they are. Then first transaction, 3rd April, plus they have put plus 300,000 on the cash, plus 300,000 under equity. Then you can consider it as either income received or annual capital. We can mention income. 3rd April transaction, income received for 300,000 to the business. Second transaction occurred 5th April. They have put plus 100,000 under stock, plus 100,000 under creditors. Therefore, we can say the business has purchased goods worth of 100,000 rupees on credit. That's why at the time of purchasing, they haven't paid money. That's why they have put 100,000 under creditors. That means instead of paying, they have created another liability called creditors. Right. The next transaction occurred 8th April. 50,000 minus under cash, 50,000 minus under creditors. You can easily mention the business has paid 50,000 rupees to settle their due amount to the creditors. When you pay money, money goes out that side, 50,000 minus under cash. When you pay money to settle creditors' liability, there will be decrease in creditors. Right. 10th April, they have recorded minus 10,000 under cash, minus 10,000 under equity. Here they have mentioned owner has not taken any cash drawings. Therefore, it cannot be cash drawings. Then we can consider, you have two situations where we can have decrease in equity. One is because of drawings. Other one is expenses. As they have mentioned, owner has not taken any cash drawings. We can't consider this as cash drawings. Therefore, we take it as expenses. So this transaction occurred 10th April will be expenses met by the business for 10,000 rupees. That's why minus 10,000 on the cash, minus 10,000 on the equity. Next transaction, they have recorded minus 60,000 under stock, plus 100,000 under debtors, and plus 40,000 under equity. That means as debtors has increased by 100,000, anyway, they have sold goods for 100,000. But the cost of the goods sold is 60,000. That's why they have put minus 60,000 only under stock. And as there is a profit of 40,000, it has gone to equity. That's why they have recorded 40,000 plus under equity. Then we can say the business has sold goods worth of 60,000 for 100,000, keeping on credit, keeping profit margin of 40,000 rupees. Next transaction, 17th April, 200,000 plus under motor vehicle, 200,000 plus equity. That means they have got a motor vehicle worth of 200,000, but they haven't paid anything in cash. But there can be increase in equity. That means owner has introduced a motor vehicle worth of 200,000, which belongs to the owner. That's why capital has increased by 200,000. Motor vehicle has increased by another 200,000. Next transaction, 19th April, minus 20,000 on the stock, minus 20,000 on the equity. As they have mentioned, owner has not taken any cash drawings. But it doesn't mean that they haven't taken goods drawings. Therefore, we can consider this 20 as goods drawings or stock damage. Stock damage. If there is a damage stock, then it will affect to reduce the stock, and as it loss, it will affect to reduce equity. Or we can say goods drawn by the owner for their personal use from the business worth of 20,000. Next transaction occurred 23rd April. Minus 20,000 under debtors, plus 20,000 under cash. That means you have got really money from debtors. That's why cash increased by 20,000. Debtors decreased by the equal amount. Next transaction, 28th April, minus 5,000 under stock, minus 5,000 under equity. Even though they have mentioned owner has not taken any cash drawings, it doesn't mean that owner has not taken goods drawings. Therefore, we can consider as this minus 5,000 goods drawn by the owner worth of 5,000 rupees, or loss of goods worth of 5,000 rupees. Next transaction, 30th April, plus 50,000 equity, minus 50,000 under creditors. Then owner sometimes face or settle creditors due amount by using his or her personal money. Then it is equal to introducing additional capital. It will affect to increase equity. We can say owner has paid to settle creditors due amount by using owner's personal money. That's why there is an increase in equity by 50,000 and reduce creditors by 50,000. Then you can easily take closing balances related to each assets and liabilities by considering plus and minus marks after the opening balance. If you consider activity number 3, show the impact of each transactions with amounts in the accounting equation. Here, following details are extracted from Jivanta's business for the year of 2020. Capital asset first January 2020, 450,000. Income of the year, 210,300. Expenses of the year, 122,000. Additional capital, 50,000. Required. Calculate the owner's equity as at 31st December. That means we have to calculate closing capital. Then there can be 4 items which are affecting to change equity or capital. Introduction of additional capital and income can have positive effect. Expenses and drawings can have negative effect to the equity or capital. Therefore, you best take capital as at 1st January 450,000. Then you can add income for the year 210,300. Again, you can add additional capital 50,000. Then take the total. From that total, you can deduct expenses of the year 122,000. Within bracket, then you take owner's equity as at 31st December 2020. But if you are given in another question drawings, again you deduct drawings also, then reach to closing equity or ending equity.